Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield, joining us for another Broadfield Liquid Lunch and Learn, this time live from the NAB show in New York at the Javits Center, booth number 711 in the Broadfield Pavilion. We've got a lot of manufacturers in the pavilion with us today, and we are going to start right here with BirdDog. And Cameron from BirdDog has obviously been a guest on Broadfield's show before because he showed up at the Javits Center today with a great beer for us. This is Wavetable by Grimm and an IPA on day 2 of the show. This is needed, right?
Absolutely. It wouldn't be Liquid Lunch without it.
Absolutely. So Cameron, what are we showing off for BirdDog?
Yeah, so BirdDog's got all of our new cameras here. We've got our Mach-E Ultra on the side. Dead center, we've got our X1 Ultra, and then we got our X5 Ultra over here. That is our first TAA compliant camera, really trying to tackle a whole new side of the industry. We're also talking the X4 Ultra, a camera we recently announced. That's got a 6-hour battery life built into the camera, and it'll also do NDI over Wi-Fi. So we're really hoping to have that in good events and a whole different range of spaces.
And while the X4 Ultra is not here in the Broadfield Pavilion today, the smart word on the street is that they are shipping very soon.
Yes.
So they are going to be in the Broadfield warehouses in both New York and California very soon. 6-hour battery life on that camera, right?
Yeah, it's really going to last you pretty much any event you need. It's a good time on there, and that NDI Wi-Fi is a fantastic addition, fully wireless camera.
And with the new X series of BirdDog cameras, we have antennas built into the cameras, giving you the Wi-Fi capability. And BirdDog is now going to NDI HX, right?
Yeah, so we're doing NDI HX3, so you're getting lower bandwidth, but you're also getting low latency and a great image. So best of all the worlds.
Absolutely. And with that lower bandwidth, that's what's really enabling that Wi-Fi connectivity on these cameras. Some of the only cameras in the industry that are giving you that flexibility for the install. So if you are here at the NAB show New York, definitely stop by the Broadfield Pavilion. We'll start with BirdDog. We'll give you a tour around the entire booth. And now we're going to go hit the table right next to us. Cameron, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Cheers.
And cheers. Thanks for the beer, man. So now we're going to move right over here to our next booth where Canon is showing off their PTZ cameras, camcorders, cinema cameras, which are not here at the show, but Adam, if I could get you to turn your lens for just a minute, the Canon booth itself is right down the aisle from the Broadfield Pavilion. So you can check us out at 7-Eleven here at the NAB show New York. And I asked Peter, one of our Broadfield sales specialists, who has a great background in these cameras, to tell us what Canon is showing off today. Go for it, Peter.
Over to my right-hand side, we have two CRN 300s. These are wonderful, cost-effective cameras. In the middle, we have the RCIP 1000. It's their brand new flagship controller. Have some really nice touchscreen interface ability. You can do touchscreen autofocus. Control a lot of different cameras.
A lot of power in a very compact form factor, right?
Exactly, yeah. We have the XF605. It is the 1-inch sensor camcorder, which pairs wonderfully with the flagship CRN 700 PTZ camera.
With the camcorder, you're getting that HDR capability, lots of great stuff. And all of these put together is that Canon color science, right? That really allows you to do all of that.
It'll raise your production value. It'll give you that cinematic look. And what's wonderful is they also have a control system, the XC control protocol, which goes across your cinema cameras, camcorders, and PTZ cameras.
And that's why we're showing off their flagship controller here, because it does give you all of that capability. And you'll also notice under the glass here, we do have the compact version of their controller.
100.
That is the IP100. Yeah. And you'll see that we've got some swag here for NDI November. Here we are. October has just started. We're already preparing for our annual show. So if you log into NDINovember.com, you can register, share it with your customers. And if you have an interesting NDI case study, we would love all of our dealers to join us for the NDI November show. Reach out to me, Jim at Broadfield.com, or your Broadfield sales rep, and we'll make sure we get you logged in for that show as well. Peter, thanks for sharing the Canon stuff with us.
Thanks, Jim.
And now we're going to head over to the Kiloview booth where we have Judy from Kiloview. Here's a microphone for you, Judy.
All right. Gee,
Another
hey.
great trade show. I hope you're having a great time here at NAB New York.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Can you show us some of the new and exciting stuff that Kiloview is showing off?
So the most exciting would be the P3 and the P3 Mini.
Brand new products
Yeah.
in stock and shipping now at Broadfield, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. So you're showing them in operation here at the show. The P3 Mini is the absolute newest device.
Yeah.
This is your cellular bonding encoder in a really compact form factor, right?
Yes, yes.
Great.
So this one can support up to 3 channels of 4G together with Wi-Fi and the Ethernet. Altogether 5 channels, bonding to the Q-Link server, and outputs all kinds of the IP protocols, including NDI-HX.
That's great.
Yeah, so we are doing the demo here and also showing it with the HX using the studio monitor to show the video coming from the P3. So definitely working perfectly. So yeah,
That's
the
great.
new things we're showing here mainly.
Absolutely. And you have a lot of other products set up on the
Yeah.
table here,
Yeah.
showing some really highlighted products from the Kiloview catalog, right?
Yeah, so what we are showing, so everyone know Kiloview about NDI.
Sure.
So we are also showing the NDI 6 products. So based on the N16, we are showing the NDI 6 ready, HDR supported. So this is a small workflow showing the HDR supports.
Great.
While also we support the NDI bridge integrated into the products. And also, I would like to mention, we do SRT, RTMP, RTSP, everything with the N60 now as well. So that means you can also get the high quality, the SRT and all those H.264, H.265 streaming directly from this one with HDR supports.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's right next to the Canon. We have the HDR camera outputting, giving you all that
yes.
capability. That's great.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
also
and here,
this one.
obviously, we have the Cube R1 and the X1 we're showing
yes,
off, right? Yeah,
yes.
tell us a little bit more about those.
So the X1 is the NDI routing and management system,
Okay.
taking 16 NDI in and up to 32 out. And Cube R1 can support up to 9 channels of NDI recording simultaneously. Both of the units, we have the touch screen, the physical buttons. We can put the 2 units side by side. So it's, just getting the products together, then you can get a whole NDI workflow.
Absolutely, and that
Yeah.
really is the secret to the Kiloview
Yeah.
special sauce,
Yeah.
is the workflow where everything is working together.
Yeah.
Whatever format you're working with, whether it's NDI, RTSP,
Yeah.
SRT,
Yeah.
Kiloview has the products that fit in, and they're all complemented with your software and cloud solutions
Yes.
that really
Yeah.
let you manage all of
Yeah,
it together
yeah,
for
yeah.
any production, right?
Yeah, yeah. So especially the Q-Link Silver, I would like to mention. So it support the bonding with the P3 and P3 Mini. It's self-hostable. So once you set up the server, then the P3 and P3 Mini can connect and do the bonding, and you can remotely control and manage all the products. But not only the P3, P3 Mini, but all the Kiloview other devices, including the NDI converters, the E3, the decoders, everything centralized and managed.
And obviously, if you're a Broadfield dealer, if you're not working with the Kiloview products now, reach out to your Broadfield sales rep. We
Yeah.
will get you the full Kiloview price sheet. But you can also reach out to our sales engineering team. Glenn and Logan can help talk about your workflow solution to make sure that we get the right Kiloview products for each of your installations, for each of your projects, and we get those right solutions from the catalog of stuff that you see here that really is made for a broadcast production workflow. Judy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Have
Jim.
a great show. I'm going to grab that microphone. Thank you. And we are going to move right over here to the Vizrt booth, where for one of the first live demos on U.S. soil, we have the TriCaster Vision.
Yeah.
The TriCaster Vision, your brand new flagship. Justin, tell us about it.
All right. So the TriCaster Vision, we have it available in 2 different hardware formats. We have the 1RU HP server, and then we also have it in a Z8 desktop tower format. This is the first time that we're giving you the flexibility to dictate what type of SDI IO goes into the box. So for the HP 1RU tower, you can get all IP, or you can slide in a single Matrox card. That's 8 12G SDI independently configurable spigots. The tower, you can slide in 2 of those, so you just double that number. But if you don't need it, IP all the way, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing too, is the workstations are available in what we're calling the NDI only configuration. That's without your IO cards.
Yep.
And then you have all that SDI connectivity. So it really is a perfect bridge from what our dealers know as the current TriCaster lineup to where Vizrt is moving to this software-based production world.
Yeah.
Not only are we talking about the TriCaster Vision on the high-end side, but there's also the TriCaster Mini S
Let's talk
now
about
available on that entry-level side.
All right, so Mini S, everyone knows the Mini 4K interface, right? Mini S is kind of going back to our video toaster roots, for those of you that know. So this is the first time in a while we've allowed you to purchase the license and the software installer. You can put it on whatever you want. Now, of course, we're going to have certified hardware that we fully endorse. We know it's going to run it, but we're going to list the specifications. You can put it on other hardware. We're collaborating with some folks to certify some other bundle options. So, yeah, if you have a big enough opportunity, let's talk, a few dozen deployed Mini S's, bring it to us. We're happy to try to certify and standardize on specific platform.
And Vizrt does have the rest of the production workflow locked in as well. The Spark products from NewTek are now the VizConnect family. And here we have the brand new VizConnect Tetra as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah. 4-channel I/O, so we can aggregate all that together. It is the first NDI Bridge certified solution that we've offered. So it can aggregate those feeds and run Bridge in join mode and throw that wherever you like it, whether it's a TriCaster off-prem, it can be in the cloud, it can live in a server rack somewhere. At that point, once it hits public internet, we don't quite care. But you can also take feeds down from that remote location or the cloud and distribute that locally. So it's mixed I/O. You can independently configure that as well. So, yeah, great edge device.
That's great. And then there's one other product I'm looking at here with the trick-or-treat bowl in front of it. A brand new orange ring on the latest series of the PTZ cameras, right?
And it's a minimal orange ring. Love it. Yeah, so this is the PTZ through UHD Plus. There's a lot of letters in there.
Yeah.
But it's 4K enabled. It has the Mini XLR to XLR phantom power option if you want to bring that in and embed that with your video source. This is also either of the cameras that have Plus as the suffix have tracking, automated tracking built in. So it's silhouette framing. You can dictate how closely you want it to hone in on talent. You can dictate bounding boxes. So this is great for an automated, corporate room, lecture education environment. So
Perfect. And I realized I said that was the last product we were looking at. I don't think we talked about the flight stool control surface here,
the
have we?
biggest, most colorful bag of Skittles here. Yeah, this is what really wrangles people. So, of course, the Flex Dual. This is the successor to the 2-stripe control panel. It's NDI connected. So once again, now all of our TriCasters, if you're using the Flex panels, multi-panel operation. So this is once again great for distributed control and collaboration. It does have 1/4-inch audio connections, break out as input and output on the back, just like the Flex Single does. It's going to be a little bit more limited because you're probably not going to throw this over your shoulder and walk around with it on a regular basis. I mean, maybe you, Jim. But what I really like is now you can dictate an entire stripe to just the macro function, which is great for live production, esports, sports, where now I don't have to hold the modifier and then trigger the macro. I can just macro, boom, 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 and fire them off.
Perfect. It really is a control surface that's built for that TriCaster operation. So now you're taking the perfect blend of the brand new software, flagship control, live production capabilities with the hardware that's designed and really built to make that production as easy as possible.
Absolutely.
Vizrt has what you need for the live production space. Justin, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I'm going to grab that mic. We're going to head over here. We're not even halfway through the Broadfield Pavilion yet. As we head over to JVC with Edgar joining us to talk about your KMIP production systems, right?
Thank you. Well, with JVC, this is Edgar Shane, and we manufacture the whole lineup of professional video cameras, handheld video cameras, PTZ cameras, pretty much for any production need. The cameras are equipped with different type of lenses. We have super long zooms on JYHC 500 up to 40 times, and we have also 20 times and super wide angle lenses on PTZ cameras. All cameras can be controlled locally with a variety of remote controllers, but they can also be controlled remotely over IP. And not just PTZ cameras, even production cameras that have IP interface. You can shade cameras remotely, you can access settings and everything else. And every time you have multiple cameras, what is the people asking about? They're asking about video mixers.
Absolutely.
And that's why we just added the lineup of video mixers, KMIP 8 S4 and KMIP 12 S8. They're powered by our favorite software, vMix. KMIP 8 is designed for 4K and 60p production, and there are various HD SDI, 3G SDI, and even 12G SDI inputs on KMIP 12. So this is pretty much everything you need for any type of video production anywhere.
And with the turnkey production systems, you also had the control surface available for these vMix systems as well.
And not just one, but actually two of them. We have control surface for standard production, and we have also slow motion controller, because vMix supports up to 8 channels of slow motion.
Very good. And for our dealers who joined us for our Sports Stream TV event, we went into that instant replay workflow and that sports production and that controller quite in depth. So those videos are definitely available on Broadfield.live, and everything that you see here is available now, shipping from JVC, available from Broadfield, everything from the connected cam cameras, PTZ cameras, production systems. JVC can build the entire workflow, right, Adrian?
Thank you, Jim. Absolutely. And more information about our products at jvc.com website, obviously, along with all the manuals and specifications.
Excellent. Adrian, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. I am going to grab that microphone as we continue our way through the Broadfield Pavilion.
Good afternoon.
How are you, Alex?
Great.
Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We have Alex from LiveU talking about the LiveU production solutions available from Broadfield.
Indeed.
Obviously, a lot of our dealers are very familiar with LiveU products, everything from the LiveU Solo Pro to the new lightweight production systems that we're talking about as well.
Yep.
We have that and more all available on display here in booth 711. Alex, give us the tour.
I mean, the exciting stuff is buzzwords, right? 5G, AI, things like that. So LiveU will cover and check off all of those areas. 18 years of technology is fully developed and really able to reduce costs, improve quality, and leverage all of your existing assets, as well as interoperability with all of the products that Broadfield has, right? Yeah. So that's huge, right?
Absolutely.
The ability to work with what you have today and then make it better. And that's a big focus that we have, right? Understanding what any customer's workflow is today and saying, you know what, lightweight production with LiveU Studio, you need instant replay, you need SCUDdy 35 triggers, you need monetization of your content, you need video from a pickleball tournament in Iowa or the Super Bowl in New Orleans, right? We can cover all of those areas. The other thing that's really exciting when you talk about AI is when you talk about bonded cellular solutions, right? We talk about carrier diversity, right?
Okay.
Built-in safety net. So with a LiveU piece of equipment, this unit right now is powering the internet for our entire booth here at the Javits. This is looking at Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, all at the same time. And with LiveU IQ, it will enable intelligent bonding, meaning that artificial intelligence will be used to sniff, right, look around the area and see that, oh, you know what, this carrier right now may actually be struggling a little bit because everybody's on their phones. And it will analyze the history of that carrier at the Jacob Javits Center and say, you know what, at 4 p.m. every day, we've detected a dip in this. And at 3:59, we're going to transition one of these modems to a different carrier so that you can maintain your production throughout the stream. So really cool stuff. A lot of things coming down the road as far as the LiveU product line, but really the important thing is the ecosystem.
Absolutely.
And interoperability, working with the LiveU capture, production, distribution, but then also saying, yeah, we'll work with Marshall cameras, we'll work with Panasonic, we'll work with all of these wonderful vendors because we want to make sure that the customer who is working with all of these different products has a solution that will add value to their world.
Absolutely. And our dealers who did have the opportunity to tune in and see LiveU's pre-NAB show to learn about all these different solutions and everything available through the LiveU ecosystem.
Yep.
It's not just a backpack anymore.
Right.
It's an online switching solution.
Yep.
It's a cloud management solution. For the fact that you can stand in the middle of the Javits Center and admit to powering an internet signal.
Yes.
That alone should tell you how reliable these are.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, our production team is using
I
the
see them wearing the
LU300
LU300
to
right now.
broadcast live
It's very
to our
fashionable.
dealers today.
You know,
Yes.
it's a good accessory.
Adam makes everything look good, though, by the way.
You make it look easy, Adam.
But yeah, we did our show live from Infocom.
Yep.
We're doing our show live from NAB New York today.
Yep.
LiveU helps drive a lot of these solutions, and for that, we thank you.
Well, we're happy to be here, and anything we can do to help support you and everybody watching at home, we're here at your service.
Excellent. Alex, thank you so much. Let me grab that microphone. We will head over to our next table, where we are introducing a brand new member from the PTZOptics team. This is John Roberts. John, what is your title for our dealer?
So I am the customer success manager here for PTZOptics, and it's so great to be here with you guys at Broadfield today. So what I'm here to do is talk about so much great PTZOptics content and products. But first, as a customer success manager, I'm here not only for you guys as a great partner of ours, but also our front-end users. I'm here to help you guide, learn the best of our content, and get the best from our products. And what we're looking at here is a Move 4K. It's actually currently auto-tracking me, as you can see here. So what you're able to do with the Move 4K is not only get great 4K content for your production, but you're also able to have great advanced features like auto-tracking. So that's also at 60 frames per second, and that's connected to our wonderful controller here, the SuperJoy. And you can see this 1080p output. What we also have here is the Zcam 4K. This is our new fixed frame box camera. This is a 20x optical zoom. Some really great function buttons on the side here for custom control. And then that's also all powered over Ethernet as well. So we have the PoE switch here, and then we also have the PoE to power the SuperJoy as well as the Move 4K. And the really special part about the Zcam, it's our first Hive linked camera, as you can see right here on the side there. So you might not know what Hive is, but Hive is our camera control solution. This allows you to control your cameras remotely from anywhere in the world. It's a really great new functionality that can not only allow camera control, but also recording and switching. So if you go to ptzoptics.com/hive, you can learn more about that and sign up for our beta that's coming really soon. And yeah, it's great to be here with you at Broadfield.
And we've been working very closely with the PTZOptics team, specifically on Hive. Any of our dealers who are looking to try the PTZOptics Hive, install it, get used to it, present it, and demo it to your clients, we will not only get you access to the Hive platform, but we will get you all the training that you need from PTZOptics. And that's one of the reasons why John is here on board. And John, I have to say, one of the things that really separates PTZOptics from some of the other affordable PTZ camera solutions is the ability to not only offer the warranty and the support, but to bring in people like yourself that'll work with Broadfield, with our dealers, and with the end users to make sure that everyone is getting that great out-of-box experience and a full production workflow for all of their solutions.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So we have a 5-year warranty on all of our products. We have a wonderful US-based support team that's always there, all ready to pick up the phone at any time to work with you. So if you want to learn more, you can go to ptzoptics.com. Again, my name's John. You can email me at john.roberts@ptzoptics, and I'm here to help. Whether you're an end user, a reseller, distributor, we're here to work, okay?
And I also want to mention that PTZOptics does have their own booth here on the show floor as well. So if you are here in the Javits Center, you can start off at 7-Eleven right here in the Broadfield Pavilion. We'll walk you over to the PTZOptics booth, where you can see these workflows set out in even more space with more stuff available. John, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate your time.
I'm glad we had the opportunity to introduce you to our dealers.
Thank you.
And to our team. So now here we are moving over to the Absen video wall. Andrew, are you going to join us on Liquid Lunch this afternoon?
Yes, I am.
Here's a microphone for you. I'll let you hold that one. So here we have the Absen LED display walls with the NX 2.5 and the PL 2.5 panels. The most special thing about these panels is that the ones we're showing here will pull directly from the Broadfield warehouse inventory. That's right, we are stocking these in Mineola and California, and that we actually pulled them into the trade show. So if you're working with a customer for an LED display solution, what Broadfield is trying to bring to the party is we're trying to shrink those lead times. There's no more 90 days to get those cameras in. We can still get that custom order, special order stuff. But if you're looking at these solutions that will fit that house of worship corporate AV market, we have these in stock along with the Absen Icon all-in-one systems. So that's my pitch from the Broadfield inventory. I'm going to let you pitch a little bit more of the technical specs of what we're looking at here.
Definitely. So as he mentioned, it's all these three products are in their Broadfield inventory. However, they do have access to the full Absen suite of panels. So the great thing about these couples that are in here, these are our three most popular products that we currently sell and install. So what we have over here is the PL 2.5. This is one of our workhorses for all rental and staging products, or a rental and staging market. When it comes to ease of access, putting it up, down, it's front serviceable, back serviceable, super easy to install. A team of two guys can get this done in no time. When we move over here to our NX 2.5. So this is a indoor product, fixed install. It is on a hang bar right now because we want to show off that, you know, you can fly this thing if you so choose to, but it also wall mounts as well. A lot of houses of worship love using this. It's a great bang for your buck since it covers so much space and it's a 16:9 aspect ratio. It really is a great workhorse for any house of worship things for that. Now, coming to this guy here, this is like our top of the line, the creme de la creme, our KLCOB. It has an epoxy coating over the top here that not only protects the pixels from damage being hit, scratches, anything like that, but it also produces way, way, way better grayscale performance in your dark, low light areas with this epoxy covering over it. Whereas something that doesn't have the epoxy coating on it, it's not as pristine of a grayscale performance there. So all of these products come in various different pixels pitches. This one here goes all the way down to a 0.7 pixel pitch, if that's something you guys would be interested in, and then all the way up to a 1.5 in this product. Our other products behind us here will go up to 3.7 on the NX or a 4.8 pixel pitch on the PL and everything in between.
So now I want to try something. We are on a crowded trade show floor in the Javits Center, but the screens we're looking at here are a 2.5 pitch, which means they're going to look best from about 25 feet away.
That's correct.
Now, I'm a big fan of the NFL. When you see the coaches running on the sideline now, they actually have someone holding their belt to make sure they don't cross over into the field to play. We're going to see if we can get Adam escorted into the aisle here about 25 feet from the booth so that our viewers can see just how good these screens really look. Let's go a little bit more, a little bit more. You're right in the camera. Yeah, we did it. Awesome. All right, Adam, come back.
So as he was saying, that 2.5 pixel pitch, you do need to be about 25 feet away to no longer see the pixels. And now how we get to that number is any pixel pitch, no matter what it is, you take that number, multiply it by 10, and that's roughly how far away you need to be to no longer see any pixels. So basically, if your front row is 40 feet away, you can get away with a 3.7 pixel pitch, and it's still going to look amazing.
Absolutely. And these do look amazing. Andrew, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you being our guest. We are almost through the Broadfield Pavilion. We're a little bit more than 2/3 of the way there. Coming up right around the corner here to YoloLiv. Now, we showed you one product already that was a first time here on U.S. soil. This is another one, the brand new YoloBot Stream. And showing this off for us today is Carlos Phoenix, joining us from YoloLiv to talk about your setup. Go for it, Carlos.
How are you guys? So I am here with YoloLiv at NAB. We have a couple of products demonstrated here. One is the Ultra, which basically allows you to do 4 camera inputs and 1 HDMI output. You can also use USB cameras as well, so you can have up to 6 cameras. But then if you add NDI, you can add another 3 cameras, so you can do the math. You can also have 5 external guests who might be out of state, bring them in as well and have them as camera sources. You have the ability of also putting overlays. You can use features like audio follows video, so that way when somebody speaks, the camera switches to them. You can do a lot of layouts with your different cameras, so you can have 3 or 4 people live at the same time on screen. You have comments coming in for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so you can put those overlays per comment on screen and really build engagement when you're doing a live stream. You also have the Extreme model here. This is the brand new one that's coming out in December. It increases the amount of camera inputs to 8 physical camera inputs. All the same technology and features. Go ahead.
I have to show off how impressive it is.
With
To
2
get that
HDMI
many HDMI connections on a device of this size is
Right.
really unbelievable technology.
Yeah, it's competing with the market, looking at what's being available on other platforms and adding everything that completes the package. So the whole idea is that everything is in one package. You don't need a computer. You don't need monitors and other software to try and enhance it. On the new Extreme, they're adding features like having the ability of bringing in a web page for as an overlay without having to use a computer hooked up to HDMI. So their feature set, especially with audio, has improved greatly. The ability to control microphones that are coming in from cameras, their volume control, the audio follows video, and also if you're using NDI, if there's any kind of lag, you can control the delay so that it lines up again. It's just very impressive on what you're capable of doing on an all-in-one device.
And that's one of the things that YoloLiv has done a really excellent job of. Every time that they not only add more inputs into a unit, they've gone from the YoloBox OG to the Pro to the Ultra to now the Extreme. They're adding processing power that gives you more ability to turn on some of these great features and great capabilities, really fitting into a professional production workflow.
Absolutely, with the ability to add web overlays.
Yep.
So that way, if you're doing college sports, you can tap into their scoreboards through the web and having their graphics. Being able to do YOLO's own YoloCast overlays, where they're animated graphics that you can custom build yourself and then bring in directly from the device and accessing that database of video graphics and so on. The ability to add your own videos and play back those videos. So you have your video intros and outros. Now they added video overlays where you can actually have a video playing over your shoulder shot along with your picture-in-pictures. You have the ability of creating customized layouts. So instead of having just template, 1, 2, 3 cameras, you can design your own and then put a graphic overlay on top of it with transparencies, so that way you can make it look like some of the other devices that are available. So they've been doing an immense amount of work to keep up with what the professionals are doing, but still putting it at a price that a prosumer can use.
Absolutely. Carlos, thank you so much for sharing these with us. YoloBox Extreme will be shipping soon. The first stop on U.S. soil will be the Broadfield warehouses. So if you're selling YoloBox today, if you need a price sheet, contact your Broadfield sales rep. We'd be happy to get you more info.
And don't forget, it also does PTZOptic controls.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, great point. Thank you for adding that. And now we are moving over here to the ATOMOS portion of our booth, where we are being joined by one of our product managers at Team Broadfield. Isaac, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Where's my beer?
BirdDog only brought me one. I'm sorry. Yeah. So here, ATOMOS is showing off the latest and greatest from their product line. Isaac, you do a lot of work with ATOMOS directly, very familiar with the product line. Can you walk us through what we're looking at here?
Absolutely. Today we are showing the Shinobi Mark II HDMI monitor. This is a lighter, brighter, and thinner version than the original Shinobi monitor. Shipping now, available on both coasts. We're also showing the Ninja Phone iPhone accessory, which is it's harnessing the power of an iPhone 16 and the monitor to essentially turn the iPhone into a Ninja monitor recorder. You've got the ATOMOS back, which gives all the processing, and then the phone via an app. You've got just all the monitoring and recording you want from an Ninja.
Before we move on from that, Adam, if you could pull that camera in just one more time. I want our dealers to see the way that Ninja Phone mounts to the iPhone 16 or 16 Pro. It doesn't make a difference if your device is in a case or not in a case. You will see it has this little sandwich bracket that does allow it to work with either the Pro or the Pro Max, giving you that maximum capability from that iPhone. And it gives you, I know when they first introduced the product, they had talked about doing a case that would have required a different model for each of the Pro or the Pro Max.
Yeah.
Now with this sandwich bracket design, it does work on either device just as easily. From our dealer's point of view, that means that there's one SKU in inventory at Broadfield, in inventory in their shelves, and to sell to their customers.
One word any product manager loves is universal.
Right.
That's right.
Absolutely. And here we have the Shogun Ultra,
The
right?
Shogun Ultra is the top of the line monitor recorder from ATOMOS. What you've got that sets it apart is multiple inputs and outputs from SDI, HDMI, and NDI. You've got built-in Wi-Fi for cloud functionality and all the recording options that you would expect out of any ATOMOS monitor recorder, the 7-inch.
When you see all the news and press releases about ATOMOS Cloud Connect, these are the devices that people are going to with that. You can add that capability, of course, to the Ninja Ultra. It is built into the Shogun and Shogun Ultra, and it gives you all that capability of a cloud workflow. Isaac, can you tell us the exact features and specs of all the different resolutions that did? No, I'm just kidding. I promised I wouldn't trick him with a technical question. Isaac knows that the product is in inventory, and that's what we're really trying our best to support all of our dealers, is we're making sure that we have all of these products that you see in NAB New York, not only available in our New York warehouses, which is where all this stuff came from, but at Broadfield West as well. So if you're looking to supply things quickly to your customers, Broadfield is a resource for you for not only the ATOMOS stuff that is very nicely packaged, very small, but all the way up to these giant LED displays that we're now inventorying to make those sales a lot easier. Isaac, thank you for all the work you're doing with the product team. We really appreciate it. Now we are moving over to Avid, where we are being joined by Kent. Hey, Kent, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Good seeing you too.
And here we are showing off some of the latest workflow solutions from Avid. Ken, can you walk us through this, please?
Yeah, sure. So today we're actually showing Media Composer. This is actually a beta version of Media Composer, but a lot of these features are already in the shipping release. One really cool thing that we actually introduced just a little while ago is basically the capabilities of generating transcripts straight from a sequence or from a master clip. So this actually is really cool because this one actually has multiple languages. So we support up to 24 different languages just natively. You don't pick the language. So actually this clip has Spanish in it, French in it, English and that. If you actually look at the transcript window here, there are all the different languages of everywhere they're talking kind of thing in here. So like as I scrub through here, basically you can see all the different types of languages and exactly the way they're wrote too. So that's like one thing that we're showing. And by doing the transcripts, now it also gives us the capabilities of doing subcaps too at the same time. So I can inject basically a whole track with the subcaps over top. So if I actually just enable this track here, what you'll see is there's the subcaps there. So that's one thing that we're showing on the Media Composer side. But another really exciting thing that we're showing pre-release basically is Nexus caching.
Right.
What that is basically Avid has shared storage. It's called Nexus, right? It allows Media Composer and Premiere and all that to work together on shared storage. But what we've done with Nexus caching is giving you the capabilities of running Nexus up in the cloud and have Media Composers down at your house, for instance, like that, and actually playing back media from the cloud into your Media Composer at home. So unlike having a solution like we have Edit on Demand, right?
Sure.
Which is basically we spin up Nexus, we spin up virtual machines. This is going to allow people to have Media Composers at their house and use media that's sitting in the cloud. And so this project is actually in the cloud. All the media that I'm playing back in here is actually in the cloud. So nothing's local on this machine. So Nexus caching is going to give you that, and that'll be around next quarter.
Absolutely. And one of the things you'll notice too is remote production is really more and more necessary, both from an editing point of view, a post-production point of view, but from a storage point of view.
Exactly.
You want to be able to access your media from anywhere, and you want to make sure that the right people always have access to their media, allowing you to take advantage of tools like this, making that whole production process as quickly and easily as possible. Yeah. Avid is leveraging a lot of AI tools and a lot of their history in the video and audio production technology to make this workflow easier than ever before. And not only are we presenting it here in the Broadfield booth at booth 711, but we are presenting it in Avid's booth here in the NAB show New York as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. We have a booth just down the ways. Now we have all this stuff, plus we have more things too available there as well.
Awesome. Ken, thank you so much for showing it off for us.
Pleasure. Thanks very much, man.
I'm going to grab that microphone, and we are going over to our last, but not at all least,
Definitely not least.
Yo, absolutely not. Matrox is joining us here at the NAB Show New York. Now, Matrox has a lot of different solutions in that ST2110 space, which we're super excited about. Broadfield is a Kairos authorized dealer. We have a video that we shot from Panasonic that we will be airing as well. But you guys make a lot of the hardware that make these workflows really work and sing throughout everything, right?
Well said. So Matrox is a 2110 manufacturer. It's our cards that are powering a lot of the systems that people are running in their environments. And you mentioned Panasonic. One of the challenges in these 2110 environments is that you need to move data content around in and out of IP to baseband.
Yep.
So our Convert IP product line is out there to take your 2110 content, deliver it as JPEG XS, as IPMX, as a Pro AV codec into your environment for display or other use. We're super excited about what's happening in the world of IP. We think this is part of the future in broadcast. Right now, it needs to coexist with SDI and other baseband. Eventually, IP may be the only solution that's out there as part of the plumbing. It really opens up the flexibility and the possibilities for moving content around, tying together different islands of IP, which every environment has, with your broadcast organization. Super valuable for connecting your broadcast organization with the rest of the enterprise and the AV environment.
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest points I wanted to express is that Matrox really is a workflow solution. And I know you have a booth here as well, where we're actually showing a lot of these different workflow diagrams on where these products will fit in to that broadcast production space, right?
Looking at this as workflow solutions, we would fit into three buckets in the broadcast area. There's encoding for remote production, contribution, and distribution with Monarch Edge, remote system operation with our KVM line of XDO and the just released or just announced Avio 2 KVMs, and then Convert IP, which we discussed, which really ties together these IP and existing infrastructure environments.
Absolutely. Awesome. So again, Matrox, all Matrox products are available at Broadfield. You can contact your Broadfield sales rep, but more importantly, you can reach out to our sales engineering team. Glenn and Logan can help you find that right Matrox product that fits into your broadcast production solution. And of course, we have access to Jim and the rest of the team at Matrox to help us sort through this and get the right product for all of our dealers, right?
Matrox is an engineering company.
Absolutely.
We have the resources to back up the Broadfield team, their dealers, their customers. We're resources that are available for you. So absolutely. Can I say nice win, Mets?
Let's go, Mets.
Thanks, Jim.
What a way to end the broadcast. I love it. Jim, thank you so much. We had our Broadfield dealer party last night. Look for these invites when we send them out to you. We watched the Mets clinch it last night right down the road a stitch. It was a great time. Gary was in all his glory for sure. If you are joining us at the NAB show, there are still a few hours left. We are right by the front door, booth number 711. We will be at every trade show, NAB show in Vegas coming up in April. We're going to be at InfoComm and a bunch of dealer shows in between. If you're doing a local event for your customers and you would like our vendor support, we can work with you and all of our partners to make sure we're showing off not only the products that your customers want to need, but the workflow solutions for the markets that you're going after. Reach out to your Broadfield sales rep at 800-634-5178 and tune in every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Until next week, cheers.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers, so call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.